welcome back to Hospice Talk. I'm DJ Foster, RN at RC Hospice, and this is episode 10 of Why Hospice? And I'm joined today by Thomas Rupp, chaplain of RC, and we're here to discuss what exactly this means to us and why we got into this profession.
Well, this is a long story. We don't really have the time to tell the whole story, but as a chaplain, let me give you my side of it. I remember reading something one time that said the will of God unfolds, meaning sometimes you don't know at point A where you're going to be at point B or C or D. And that's sort of the same thing with me. Ever since I've been a teenager in church, always visiting folks in the nursing homes. That's what we called them back then. Every Sunday, the church I was involved in, we visited the nursing homes after church. And I loved it. It was fun. You know, when you're a teenager, 50 is old. But these were elderly folks. And as time went on, as life unfolded, I became a minister myself, and in every church I served in, we established, if it wasn't already there, a visitation ministry. I've worked with visiting elderly all my life, not because I'm a good guy, but because God put it in my heart. And so all my life, I've been visiting from a youth, young minister, middle-aged, and DJ and I were talking before we started filming today. I'm quickly becoming one. An elderly person, but it's a thing for me as a chaplain. It's a God-given desire to be a help and a blessing to people, and I'm glad to be serving that and motivated for that, and would like to continue doing so. So it's just been my lifetime passion. How about you, DJ?
So for me, I always knew I wanted to be on either beginning or the end of the spectrum, in that I wanted to be a nurse. We're either bringing people into this world in maternity, and I've experience in L&D units, or I wanted to be there when people move on from this world and be there for the end of it. So I applied to many different places, and I found this job at RC Hospice, where I have prior experience taking care of the elderly in nursing homes, and I thought, this is the type of job that takes a certain person who has that experience and has that motivation to help people when they're finishing this journey in life.
Sure.
So I wanted to be there for them and see them through and be there for their families and just be a comfort.
And as DJ was talking, I was also thinking demographically, the generation of which I'm a part, so-called baby boomers, 1946, 1964, there are thousands and thousands of my generation who every year are just retiring and entering into the older elder field. And because of health, where people are able to live longer, that group is a large group. There will always be people, in my view, and I think the reality bears it out, in need of hospice. So it's a wide open field, and we're glad to be right in there with it. Walking with people in their journey. It's invigorating. It's almost like this I know it is with you, DJ, and it is with me. Every day it's like almost sort of, believe it or not, a new adventure. I wonder what this person's going to say today. I wonder what that person's going to do today. And on a more serious note, I wonder if this person will be with us today. But looking at it that way, hospice is almost like an adventure of which we all are a part.
That's right. And you brought up a good point. The most rapidly growing age demographic is the elderly. As people in the baby boomer generation are now getting older, there is much more of them than there are of younger people. So there's more of a demand for hospice type agencies and end-of-life care, as there's many people in that population that need care.
Yeah.
So I found myself wanting to put myself in that type of a work experience where I can care for the elderly, because they need more medical care as life goes on, and I thought that was something I could provide and help out.
And oftentimes I'm a little bit light, but again, on a serious note, as I'm visiting and I'm thinking about myself, I'm thinking, seriously, how much farther into the future will I become the recipient of the services that we are now the givers of? And that helps challenge me to work with our patients thinking one day that might be me. No, one day that will be me. And how would I like to be treated? How would I like to?
Absolutely.
How would I like my nurse or my social worker or my chaplain to treat me?
You know, that brings up the old golden rule. You know, treat others how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't have too much experience with my own grandparents. Some of them passed away before I was born and passed away when I was at a young age. So in many ways, this field, I kind of get to spend a little more time with them by staying and taking care of other people's grandparents. It's like I get that connection that I missed out on.
Yeah.
You know.
Hospice is a joyful adventure. So we here at RC Hospice would also, again, welcome you if you have questions or would like to find out more about maybe your interest in our hospice services, our hospice ministry. Our number is 916-858-1440, and we'd love to hear from you.
Ask for DJ for a free nursing consultation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, guys.